If the dead could speak, what two words would they say to their killers? Would they offer a conversation? Or would they just punch them? Let's meet Ben because he is going for his killers. He seemed to be a little tossed, but he has a message and wants to punch his enemy hard for the injustice melted on him. Remember, they took him. They hurt him badly and left him in a dark forest with other victims. Well, he didn't fall as they supposed. The way he was bunged into the forest was in such a way that his body hung on the dead bodies that were sprawled on the ground. When the killers left, blood seeped out of a dead man's nostril, which pierced his lungs, sunk hard into his bloodstream, and gave him life. He was later rescued by Bobbies headed by his mom. He was covered in dirt and bruises. His eyes were red and tired. The series explores the apparition of dead people who were denied justice, killed and thrown into the forest. Their bodies spent all winter cuddling up in the forest. No one gave them justice. Ben was shattered down into the forest where dead bodies were sprawled unjustly. When the rescue team came, they thought he was dead, but Ben was alive. Bean, 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 the doorbell rang. Who was there? Clara, Jimmy's mom, muffled. Jimmy, is that you? Yeah, Mom, replied Jimmy. Clara budged feebly towards the door, clenched her fist on the doorknob, twined the door open, and hummed as she watched Jimmy draw in sluggishly. What are you doing outside, Jimmy? She continued. Have you looked around you? Is anyone out there? Nah, Jimmy replied. She continued. We just arrived here. No one knows where we are, except your dad. On our way to this place. Did you see anything stuffing around? Nah, he replied. She continued. Have you even stuffed your head one night here? Don't answer that, 'cause we both know we arrived today. So, you'll have to be careful of this terrain. But how long, Mom? Jimmy asked. One night, and we get out of here, she answered. What if Dad never shows up, Mom? Jimmy asked. Your dad arrives tomorrow, and we leave as soon as he arrives, she replied. Jimmy tried to take calm, but then he boomed. And what if he never did? Jimmy, hang it. If he doesn't show up, I'll take you and your brother out of here myself. Is that okay? She huffed. Okay, Mom, Jimmy replied. She continued. Now go and stay with Ben, your little brother. Okay, Mom, Jimmy quickly replied. Seeing the pang in her eyes, Jimmy swiftly felt the prick of her pain and wobbled upstairs to the cot where Ben, his younger brother, was. A few more steps to the cot. Doors creaked, footsteps boomed. Button pressed. His hands shook as he fumbled towards the door. When he got to the door, he waited there to see if anything would happen, but nothing happened. He took one step forward. All of a sudden, a noise popped up from the hallway. Jimmy was standing just next to his greatest enemy when he heard what sounded like his little yummy name, Jim M.E. He pushed the thought away and opened the door. When he got inside the cot, Ben was already asleep. He sat down next to Ben and muffled, What was that thing? A few minutes later, his mom came in. Oh, thank God you've not dozed. I forgot to take my phone from the basement. Your dad might try to reach us. Go get it. Okay. At this point, Jimmy began to fizz like a soda pop fizzing in the glass as he stood there trying to recount the state of terror. However, he was afraid his mom would never believe him. Come on, Jimmy, go get it, she blustered. Okay, Mom, Jimmy replied. Snappily, Jimmy hurried down to the basement, got to the room, and oops. He grumbled on the door, sprained the padlock open, got in, swung the door hard, took the spare keys, and knelt down peering through the casket in search for it. Where the heck is it gonna be? Oh, over there, he mumbled. He got up, swayed to the table next to the casket, laid hold of it, and dashed outside. He ran upstairs, but then, when he got to the hallway next to the cot, he fixed his gaze at the scene close to the porch from where he heard the strange noises. Likewise, he stuck with his eyes wide open. Right in front of him was the most terrible thing you could ever have imagined. He saw his huge enemy roaming through the places. She was a little girl, 5 years of age, stepping through one place and out the other. She put on a stunning gesture. Her eyes were red and tired and her clothes looked like it had been torn and dirty. She didn't put on any shoes. She appears and disappears barefoot. Is this a little girl, or what? Jimmy muffled. What the heck is she trying to do? Jimmy stuttered. Immediately, she stopped stuffing around, turned to Jimmy's direction, stretched forth her left hand, and let out a frightening scream. Jimmy? Oh no. What's going on? Jimmy backed out a little and whispered slowly, oh no. The thing kept calling out, Jimmy? He swayed to the cot's door, budged on it, got in, swung the door shut, and howled. Mom, I think you're right. Jimmy panting. Let me have the phone. What do you mean? Clara replied. There's something out there. Jimmy spoke up. I think I saw him. He huffed. She could see the bristle in his face. But then, she spouted, what have you seen? Is it a percolator? Or ice cream? Or a pound of coffee? She asked. Speak, boy. Which one of those? None, Jimmy replied. Then tell me, what did you see? Clara asked. Now, Jimmy walked closer to her mother and then halted with a ferocious voice. I saw something strange. There were sounds of things outside, and he tumultuously stuttered. What? What are you talking about? She yelled.